There was a great need for pilots in the dark days of 1942.
Everyone wanted to do their patriotic duty. These young women had a passion to fly.
25,000 women applied. 1,074 of us earned our wings.
I have flown 43 different types of aircraft.
I flew both the B-17 and the B-26, which is the Marauder.
The actual name WASP, it's Women Air Force Service Pilots.
Well, I think there were a lot of men that didn't believe women could learn to fly military planes, but we showed them.
It's so good to see you.
Nadine. Oh, I'm glad you're
And I push it forward. I don't know where we're going in these. You're aiming at me.
Isn't this fun?
Twin engine.
This is a good chance to learn about aviation and women who've gone down that career path before and just get a chance to talk to them.
Was there ever any dangerous situations that you had to deal with?
Yes, I had a P-63 fighter plane caught fire on me once.
It was a very strenuous program, and it was in the fall of 1943. And well, the very first flight, number 3 engine caught on fire.
This is probably the most famous airplane in World War II. This is the B-17 4-engine bomber.
Oh, it was great. It was a very easy airplane to fly, the 17. I still like the P-51. Was my favorite airplane. It had the greatest Merlin engine. It just purred. My very first flight was in a little Cub with a fold-down side. They don't make them anymore. I said a prayer the whole time I was there. And the minute I got back on the ground, I was ready to go again. The minute the wheels touched the sand, and I was hooked.
I grew up in Park Ridge, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago. We lived in the traffic pattern for the airport just by hearing the planes and seeing them day in and day out. It just almost became a part of me.
And I remember very clearly my first solo was unexpected. We'd had a huge snowfall, and there was the blue Cayuga Lake, and the air was full of sunbeams. And there was the distant horizon, and you could go farther, and I just loved it.
When I was up there, all alone, blue sky, white clouds, I'd bounce from cloud to cloud. Always have one hand out in the air, just playing with it. There's a greatness about it, really. Very beautiful.
I was born and I grew up in Hawaii. In the morning of December 7th, 1941, I was in bed and started to hear the noise and the bombs dropping and everything. We lived up on a hill overlooking all of Honolulu and Waikiki Beach and everything, and I went out on the balcony to see what was happening and saw these bombs dropping in one area of town. Then I saw what looked like an AT-6, silver low-winged airplane flying over, and it had a big orange sun on the bottom of the wing.
Pearl Harbor was a shock to the Americans. That we were unprepared, absolutely unprepared. The whole country had to be revitalized, educated, had to participate in this huge event of defeating the Axis powers.
Jacqueline Cochran, this very famous, world-famous woman pilot, was coming into town to interview young girls with a pilot's license.
Jacqueline Cochran thought that she could help if she could train women pilots to fill the need. You can't have a pilot overnight. she promoted an idea to have General Hap Arnold. She could recruit women from around the United States, and they could fill a need for the flying jobs in America, and then let the trained pilots, male pilots, go overseas. And Hap Arnold agreed to this idea. How to do it was the question.
Well, Jackie Cochran in Washington got a list, somehow acquired a list of all the women pilots, licensed pilots in the United States, and she tracked me down and she called me and asked me to be in her first class. So I was excited, and I got on a plane and flew down there.
The first class came to Houston, Texas. That's where the training program was begun. No one was prepared to deal with 29 women who were brought in to do who knew what.
Was assigned to the 1174th Squadron, and Major Freddie Wilson welcomed us, and he had received a telegram just 2 days before to expect 17 women pilots. And he said, my God, what am I going to do with 17 women pilots? And he said, aha, I know. I will assign them to my 3 married instructors, for they will know how to handle women.
To be accepted as a WASP, each girl had to have 35 hours in the air beforehand, enough to know men's airplane talk when they hear it. The WASPs are willing to plow into as rugged a 6-month stretch as anything handed to women in the whole war effort. Map reading and physics, navigation and code, with strict AAF exams in each, too. For men, it would be tough. It's tough for girls, too.
Well, I think there were a lot of men that didn't believe women could learn to fly military planes. I think we had to prove ourselves. We were called the guinea pig class because they weren't sure we were ever going to make it, but we showed them.
I'm the member of the 5th class, 43-5, and by this time, the program was settled in Sweetwater, Texas. And it's very hot, 100 degrees, the wind's blowing, 120, you know. We lived 6 to a bay, had military regime, and the lights were turned out at 10 o'clock. We had a flashlight bed check. We had lots of regulations. And we marched. We marched to class, we marched to mess, we marched to the flight line, we marched to PT, and we sang songs.
Zoot suits and parachutes and wings of silver too.
Zoot suits and parachutes and wings of silver too.
Little fairy planes like his mama used to do.
All of our flight equipment and flight suits, everything, were hand-me-downs from the men. So the legs were rolled up and stapled, and the sleeves were rolled up, and then I took the belt and just put it on me and pulled everything up here. I looked like a mushroom walking around on that base. We went through the same training that the men did. Ground school in the morning and fly in the afternoon. Primary, basic, advanced, night flying, and instrument flying. I think the hardest part is always the check flight with the Army pilots because, oh, they were rough on us. My class started out with 150 girls. 49 of us got our wings. And that's all that made it.
Jacqueline Cochran came for my graduation. And she wore a flowered dress and a flowered hat. And when she handed me my wings, they were cold. And I remember squeezing them, and then I shook hands, and I said, I did it. That was the most wonderful saying. You could never, those 3 words, I did it.
This is a phenomenal aircraft.
Boy, this is big.
There's a ton of buttons. I wouldn't know what to do.
Hey, this is roomy. I couldn't fly one of these.
Yeah, oh my goodness, look at the console. Oh, it took you forever to learn, right?
It took a few months.
It took a few months.
I think you'd be proud to know that I had
6 girls in my class alone, in my pilot training class.
Amazing.
So, yeah, you guys paved the way for us. It's awesome.
The first class had a choice. Do you want to tow targets? Do you want to teach cadets? Or do you want to ferry airplanes? And I thought ferrying brand new planes from factories to fields would be exciting. And we started ferrying planes across the United States, so I was ferrying sometimes 3 planes a week from California to Newark, New Jersey, where they took the wings off, sprayed them with plastic, put them on ships and took them to England. And I remember several times pulling up to the airplane and seeing these 3 or 4 enlisted men, and they were laughing and telling jokes and everything, and when they saw me step out in my flight suit, their faces dropped when they realized that I was going to be the pilot on the plane, and they had to ride in it. As the later classes came along, they were instructing at schools and towing targets. I'm glad I didn't have to do that with a lot of amateur gunmen shooting at my target behind my plane.
In the aerial target practice, there are 2 aircrafts involved. I flew both airplanes. The tow target plane is forward, and it lets out a sleeve on a cable, and it's about 100 feet in length. The gunners have live ammunition, colored bullets, so that the gunners, when the sleeve is on the ground, can find their bullet holes, is see how they missed or if they gained target. We could hear the casings and ricochet off, and so it was real wartime sense. I flew both the B-17 and the B-26, which is the Marauder. And I remember having the flash of a feeling that, my goodness, I am a pilot of a B-17, and Uncle Sam's letting us fly alone. And that was a thrill. That was a thrill.
I went up one day, this was during training. I'm up there just flying straight and level, going out to the practice field, and suddenly my plane flipped upside down and went into an inverted spin. No matter what I did, nothing worked. So eventually, when I looked out and saw how close I was getting to the ground, I knew I had to get out. And I pulled the ripcord, and I still have it to this day. This is what saved my life that day, this ripcord. And my chute opened, and thud, I hit the ground. And I opened my eyes, and all I saw was blue. And I thought, where am I? You know, I just did not know if I was in heaven or where I was. All of a sudden, these horses came right up next to me, and 2 cowboys jumped off and ran over to me, and one of them started to unzip my leather jacket and open my tie, and the other one pulled my helmet off, and this mop of hair fell down. They both jumped back and said, "My gosh, it's a little girl," just like that. And that did it. I sat up, and I was about to give them a piece of my mind, and I burst into tears. Not from pain, not from shock. Just the idea that they would call me a little girl at a time like that. That's the most memorable day for me, flying.
The most powerful invasion air force ever launched. Some of the 11,000 planes that opened the path through the so-called impregnable Atlantic Wall.
When the men were starting to come back, pilots coming back, and they were going to be put in the ground forces because we were in their jobs. They just had a fit. They stormed the Capitol, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, December 20th, you're going home. General Hap Arnold, he read this to the girls who were graduating in the last class, I want to stress how valuable
I believe this whole WASP program has been to the country. If another national emergency arises, we will not again look upon a women's flying organization as experimental.
We're the lost class of the WASP trainees. We're the lost class of the WASP trainees. We're the lost class of the WASP trainees. But we ain't gonna be here much longer.
We all had to go home on the 20th of December, termination day. And just because we were women, and yet we were trained pilots, we were sent home, girls, we don't want you anymore. We don't need you anymore. My reaction was bittersweet in the sense that I was happy I was going to go home to my husband, because I was very much in love. And then all of a sudden I realized that this life I had enjoyed so much was ending.
I went into this airport so often, I knew a lot of the mechanics or talked to them. And they came out and they hugged me, and we stood there and they cried and I cried. And we all leaned against the trailing edge of the airplane and patted the wing, and I knew I'd never be in another airplane like that again. And that was the end of my military flying. But it was a sad day.
We were not considered veterans at the end of the war because we were paid by civil service, and our status had never been successfully solved by Congress. So we were kind of in this gray area.
"38 of our women were killed, and their bodies were sent home, and the funerals were all at the parents' expense. The government never paid anything. We never got a flag. The gals never got anything. And no benefits, nothing.
The women started to fly in the early 70s, and they said they were the first women pilots to fly military aircraft. And we suddenly said, oh, no. We were way behind. 30 years ago, we were on board. We were flying. So we wanted history to know our story.
We all got together here in Washington 33 years later. And down at the Army-Navy Club, we rented a room and had all the gals all over the country storm their newspapers, magazines, radio stations, everything. And let's get the ball rolling. And they did.
We petitioned Congress at that time. It took 2 years for this approval to take place. Then it was agreed that we were, in the eyes of the administration, we were veterans.
The change in mental attitude in this nation concerning women had to have been of great help to us. And I understand we have been of some help to them.
And we were able to have the American flag on our casket and veterans care.
Then last year, President Obama signed the bill for the Congressional Gold Medal. And that's the highest medal that can be given to a civilian.
I just couldn't believe it. I still have trouble believing it. We were just flying brand new airplanes from factories to fields and feeling really honored and privileged to have the chance to do so. So I didn't really think we deserved it, but I was happy to accept it anyway.
I know you, but I don't remember your name. Sophia. And the 5th class, which means I had all the luck. See, that's why I got the B-17.
Gosh, I'm flattered for all this. I can't imagine somebody wanting my... Can you read that?
Yes.
Good. Oh, thank you. What a squeeze.
During the years that we were active as WASP, 25,000 women applied. 1,074 of us earned our wings. Our ranks are so small now.
On my last ride, we had a light rain over the field. It came around and just floated a minute, and then all of a sudden landed, and you couldn't hear the wheels hit the ground. No squeak, no bump, no bounce. And I thought, oh, that's the best landing I'd ever made. So I had that thrill.
I think the WASPs accomplished a lot. We didn't know we were going to do this, but I think we opened the world for all the military women pilots and everything. But now they're flying in combat and everything, so I guess we were able to get some of that started.
And we opened the doors for today's military pilots, women military pilots, women airline pilots, and women astronauts. We opened the door.
I want to be a Miss HP, and a little bit more. I want to be a WASP trainee, and a little bit more. I want to be a graduate,